Every year, nearly 300,000 people have a heart attack in Germany alone. Many of those who survive face dealing with a weakened heart for the rest of their life. That's because the heart muscle tissue damaged in an attack can't regenerate. Scar tissue forms, which affects the heart's ability to pump. But this might be about to change, thanks to spiders. They could help millions of people regain a strong and healthy heart.
Spiders are simply amazing when it comes to producing materials. They're masters at manufacturing remarkable fibers.
It's the spider silk that has scientists excited. It's made up mainly of proteins, and it's a biological marvel. A strand may be only 0.002 of a millimeter wide, yet it's tougher and stronger than any other known fiber. It's possible to milk spiders to yield up their silk. The material is being used more and more in the field of medicine, for example, as a wound dressing. It can also be used inside our bodies.
The most exciting aspect of these fibers is that they are invisible to the body, so they can be used as a bioshield. In stealth mode, anything you wrap in silk is no longer regarded as a foreign substance by the body. This is a great achievement. We can avoid triggering any reaction on the part of the body to the surface of silk.
And there's more. The silk is also ideal as a scaffolding material for growing heart tissue. At the university in Erlangen, Felix Engel and his team used natural spider silk to grow heart muscle cells. Under the microscope, you can see individual cells contracting rhythmically, like in a beating heart. But there is a downside. Natural spider silk can't be obtained in sufficient quantities.
The problem was we couldn't produce cells of the same quality or in sufficient quantities, so we abandoned the project because we thought we could never implement it in humans.
But in the meantime, Thomas Scheibel over in Bayreuth was working on a possible solution to the problem: artificial spider silk.
We had one advantage. Before us, 20 years of research had failed, so we knew what not to do.
After many years of work, Scheibel thought up a way to engineer spider silk protein with the help of bacteria. To achieve this, he first had to decipher the DNA of the spider. Then he identified the blueprint of a certain silk protein and translated it into the language of the bacteria, and then planted these genes into the genome of the bacteria, which could then produce the valuable silk protein. That was the plan, and it worked. And now, large amounts of the spider silk protein can be produced in so-called fermenters. After several rounds of purification and processing, the protein is reduced to a white powder. This powder can then be processed as needed in huge quantities.
We produce tons of silk protein in 120,000-liter bioreactors. It isn't fiction anymore, it's already reality.
The protein is being tested as a coating on breast implants to improve biocompatibility and decrease the chance of an adverse response. It's probably also well suited as a coating for artificial heart valves. Sprayed on as a thin film, the silk protein would make the foreign parts almost invisible to the body. And the synthetic protein looks like a fantastic resource for Felix Engel in his quest to grow new heart muscle cells. As a gel, it can be used in 3D printing.
The 3D technology is available. We all know we can print non-living matter. But now we're seeing it's possible to print living matter as well.
Perhaps one day we might be able to print heart muscle, blood vessel, and connective tissue cells in just the right combination. For now, initial experiments show that heart muscle cells produced in this way can form a structure and beat synchronously for several weeks. In the future, it might be possible to apply such engineered tissue to damaged areas of a heart and give it new strength. But the prospect of replacing and renewing heart muscle in humans is still quite distant. The individual components of the printed heart tissue would have to grow together and form a single well-formed unit. And the implanted tissue would have to be able to beat in sync with the recipient's heart. Nevertheless, there is growing confidence that this goal will eventually be achieved with the help of high-tech spider silk.